I thought I'd film my October art newsletter outside, but autumn weather has come crashing in and it's too blowy and too cold, so I'm going indoors to talk about it instead. Okay, well, September was so busy I actually didn't have time to make an art newsletter at all, because basically I was away for a very long time at the International Animal Rights Conference with Helen Barker, where we had the Art of Compassion Project posters up in an exhibition in Esch-sur-Alzette in Luxembourg, and in a disused, or a converted abattoir, which is now an arts centre with a stage and a cafe and a bar and a cinema room. And we put the work up in, say, the walls of an abattoir. This is the fourth time we've been. It was really, really brilliant, beautiful event with over 200 people attending. So many moving moments. So it was life-changing for me personally, because I felt so connected. The news of the world has been so bad recently that to be amongst people who get you, they are literally like your tribe. I found my tribe there. Helen and I were both moved by it, and we feel so uplifted and so energized. We also did a talk on protest art from all over the world, from all different injustices being addressed, and it was extremely, extremely well received, almost embarrassingly so. We don't really know how to accept such praise, but it was really popular. Now, there's a video about this, and the talk is on YouTube, my YouTube channel. Also, there was the very brilliant Rockaway Park's Arts Weekend a couple of weeks ago. That was colourful, brilliant, again in a different way, in this anarchist, creative, artistic, vegan, safe place for me that's just 10 minutes from my home. Stained glass, sign writing, t-shirt printing. There was loads of family events. I took my prints. Again, there's a video about that, just a few posts back from this one on Instagram if you'd like to have a look. Also, breaking news, I have to wear glasses for painting now after 55 years of never wearing glasses, except cool sunglasses. So I now have to wear glasses. So I'm actually really relieved, because I've been getting a lot of eye strain recently, and it has made painting really challenging, because I still paint really, really very, very small indeed, very detailed. So it's a big relief to finally give in and get some glasses. So you'll be seeing those on my face in the next art newsletter. Another thing that happened in September was that I donated 2 pieces of original artwork. This Sundance and this Shine, both of them painted in 2021, I think 2018, 2021, and I donated them for a raffle which is raising money for the Branches of the Levant charity, which is helping feed people in Gaza. Couldn't be more proud to be helping with this. I really want my artwork to do some good, some practical good. So that raffle is taking place, and the draw will be on I think October the 7th. So I was very pleased to be part of that. I also finally finished this painting here, which is called The Ancients, and I leave you to decide what you think of this. It was a completely from my unconscious mind, and it's how I've been feeling about hiding away in nature and being consumed by it, because I must say it's been very difficult to cope with the news from the world out there. It's so bad, so stressful, that I felt like hiding, and I just turned my feelings into art. So I will leave you to think what you think of that. I'm very pleased with it. It's a very complicated, very strange painting, and I'm glad that it's finally done, because I now want to move on to this, which is a project called Connections. I think I'm going to call it that. And I've made a start by drawing out 3 pictures so far of a lady called Eveline, who runs the Daisy Fields Animal Sanctuary in Belgium. And I want it to be a continuation of my activist project, this time focusing entirely on positive, joyful scenes, literal connection between human animals and non-human animals, rescued animals on sanctuaries. And Eveline was good enough to totally agree to this project when she saw my activist book. I met her at the International Animal Rights Conference, thought she was amazing, and she has agreed to help me with this, and she's over the moon about it. I now have a project going forward into the future that I'm really thrilled about, and I'm going to focus only on positivity at the moment, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting on with it. I don't want to focus on anything negative. It is because to show or to display, portray joy in these dark times is an act of resistance in itself, and I'm very much my heart is totally in this project, and I hope that it carries on for quite some time, maybe even into another book. And the very final thing, my parents sent me in the post some photocopies of my work from 1993, where I had an exhibition in Malvern at the Malvern Winter Gardens of my imaginative work, painting work, and they also included, which I'd totally forgotten about, 3 original art drawings of George Bernard Shaw and Edward Elgar, who were both associated with the Malvern Festival. They have associations with Malvern, and I realised I didn't need them, so I gifted them to the George Bernard Shaw Society in London, and they're going to frame them and put them up in their offices, and they were thrilled to bits, and I'm really glad that my artwork from so long ago, that was about 1989 when I drew those, is still now alive and well. It'll be on the walls and people will be seeing it and enjoying it, so nothing's ever wasted. They also sent me this, which I believe is the first ever copy of my Elgar print that I made when I was about 19. Had 100 of those done, and I managed to make a lot of money out of that, which paid for me to go to the pub. I mean, to buy art equipment while I was at Polytechnic. So that was my first real success in life, was this print as suggested by my dad, because prior to that time I used to draw this very same picture of Elgar out time and time again, each one selling separately, until my dad came up with the genius idea of making a print and saving me time. So there we are, thanks Dad. That's the end of my October newsletter, and I will report back in November to see how I'm doing with the Connections project and whatever other ideas come up in my turbulent brain. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye for now.